In video games, a great storyline can elevate the experience, pulling you deep into another world, building empathy with characters, and leaving a lasting impact. Some games go beyond just providing entertainment. They tell stories so compelling that they become unforgettable experiences. Here are 10 games with incredible storylines that every gamer should play at least once. Number 10 is Baldur's Gate 3.
It threatens all who live. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself.
Baldur's Gate 3 delivers outstanding storytelling, earning its place among the best story-driven games. Unlike traditional CRPGs, Baldur's Gate 3 offers a cinematic experience. Each cutscene is expertly voice-acted, enhanced by motion capture that brings the characters to life. The game also features a narrator whose rich descriptions are captivating and immersive. Larian Studios' acclaimed RPG presents a multitude of branching paths, each feeling equally rewarding and legitimate. This allows players to create a unique story, providing a fantasy playground that maintains a strong sense of narrative coherence throughout. Whether you play as a virtuous paladin or a ruthless sorcerer, you can shape your experience meaningfully. An impressive feat for a game of this scale. Number 9, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
The reunion, when worlds merge. Good, Aerith. Pray.
What happened to this place?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the second installment in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. While its predecessor beautifully reimagined the first act of the 1997 classic, Rebirth takes it a step further. This confident and fantastical RPG is filled with meaningful storytelling, unforgettable characters, and plenty of engaging, though never overwhelming, side content. The story follows Cloud Strife, a traumatized mercenary who, along with his colorful group of allies, is on a quest to stop the nefarious Sephiroth from destroying all life on the planet. Rebirth plays with big themes and important ideas, giving this narrative a mythological quality. The RPG feels dramatic, bombastic cutscenes complemented by an excellent combat system. Although the gameplay is primarily real-time, it allows players to pause and make strategic decisions. Rebirth delivers an unforgettable story that tackles themes of friendship, loyalty, tyranny, love, and identity. It's a dense narrative, but if you're seeking a bold and unrestrained tale, this could be the best story-driven game for you. Number 8, The Last of Us Part 1.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
The Last of Us Part 1 is the definitive way to experience the tense action sequences and melancholy storytelling that immortalized its original predecessor. Besides graphical improvements and the occasional mechanical tweak, the game remains much as it always has been, providing a gripping post-apocalyptic tale wrapped up in third-person action. Perhaps more than any other title on this list, The Last of Us Part 1 offers impeccable pacing, reinforced by game mechanics. Frantic combat set pieces are broken up by slow, pensive moments of scavenging, both of which are, in turn, punctuated by cutscenes that masterfully build dramatic tension. Naughty Dog's tale shows us that the most important thing about the end of the world isn't the disaster itself, but the people living with it. Number 7, In Stars and Time. In Stars and Time draws inspiration from classic turn-based RPGs and modern indie successes like Undertale, offering a unique approach to storytelling that defies the conventions of many popular narrative-driven games. The protagonist, Siffrin, finds themselves trapped in a time loop, struggling to thwart the apocalyptic plans of the Sinister King. The writing is engaging and captivating, gradually increasing the emotional stakes as you become more invested in the characters. As you experience the loop multiple times, you'll resonate with Siffrin's frustration over their predicament. Although the tasks may seem repetitive, this very repetition deepens your immersion in the story, creating a narrative that is both captivating and challenging. Number 6, Alan Wake 2.
Someone knew they were here, was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story.
Alan Wake 2 offers both scares and thrills, setting a new standard for modern survival horror games. Its captivating storyline is filled with unexpected twists, paying homage to the Stephen King novels that inspired it. This third-person horror title, developed by Remedy Entertainment, immerses players in increasingly unsettling supernatural events, challenging conventional narrative boundaries with various surprises and plot devices. The game follows the intertwined perspectives of FBI agent Saga Anderson and Alan Wake as they struggle to survive against supernatural threats. The dark narrative captivates players, drawing them in with intriguing and shocking mysteries until they are fully absorbed in its morbidly fascinating world. Notably, while the first game is an outstanding psychological horror experience, playing it to enjoy the sequel is unnecessary, as Alan Wake 2 is designed with new players in mind. Number 5. Deus Ex.
Richard, I'm in.
Head for the penthouse, Jensen.
Released in the year 2000, many games on this best story games list owe a great deal to the innovations introduced in the original Deus Ex. Developed by Ion Storm, this sci-fi RPG puts you in the role of J.C. Denton, an agent of the United Nations Anti-Terrorist Coalition. Like its spiritual successors, Deus Ex Human Revolution and Deus Ex Mankind Divided, the game explores themes of transhumanism, featuring a protagonist equipped with superpower-granting nanomachines. In addition to a well-paced main storyline, Deus Ex allows players to shape their own narratives by completing objectives in various ways. Stealth, conversation, and brute force are all options at your disposal, enabling you to choose how to approach each situation. Even the ending, which we won't spoil, provides significant room for player choice, challenging you to weigh your moral code as you determine the world's fate. At number 4, Cyberpunk 2077.
Year is 2077. An economic crisis culminating in nuclear conflict has left America in pieces. With most of the continent degenerating into
Thanks to the highly praised Patch 2.0 update, Cyberpunk 2077 has truly come into its own, eliminating bugs and clunky mechanics that once hindered the storytelling experience. Although it has been over 3 years since the launch of this sci-fi RPG, CD Projekt Red's dark and immersive narrative now stands strong, earning its rightful place on our list of the best story-driven games. Featuring memorable characters and several shocking twists, Cyberpunk 2077 presents a relatively linear story, but still provides numerous opportunities for players to face difficult moral choices that impact the narrative. Despite its linearity, the story is powerful, addressing significant personal and political themes. Number 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
I'm the hero here, not you.
The hell's going on with Pete? You're not yourself.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2 follows Miles Morales and Peter Parker as they swing through the city to combat a massive threat. From the beginning, the game's impressive scale captivates players and continues to amaze until the end credits. It's arguably the best story available on PS5, seamlessly tying together elements from the previous 2 games while hinting at exciting developments. The main storyline of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 centers around Peter Parker, who gains new abilities and a heightened sense of power after encountering the Venom symbiote. While this is a familiar Spider-Man narrative, the game introduces clever twists that keep the experience fresh and engaging. A significant aspect of the story involves Harry Osborn and features a second Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Miles' story in particular is a poignant tale about how revenge always comes at a cost, complemented by excellent performances from the cast. At number 2, we've got Red Dead Redemption 2.
Tours, play games, and share stories.
Anyway, I got caught by some hill country sheriff stealing a chicken, I think it was. And he decided I was going to be hanged for it.
These are the people Arthur calls family, and you will get to know each gang member over the course of the game.
So, you saved the silly bastard's life, and you and him go...
The best story game of its kind, Red Dead Redemption 2, is an immersive, narrative-driven third-person action game that presents a detailed and complex portrait of a gang of outlaws as they roam what remains of the Wild West, always hoping to stay one step ahead of the law. There is a deep romance to the title, which simultaneously the rugged individualism of the cowboy lifestyle. Though Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't tell a particularly original story, the way it spins its yarn of choice is absolutely breathtaking. It commands the player's full attention with well-paced narrative beats and surprising plot twists to keep you on your toes. As you play, you will find that the gang's triumphs and failures begin to feel like your own, a testament to the warmth and empathy that runs through the game's heart. Number 1 is Mass Effect 2.
Word war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
The crowning jewel of the Mass Effect saga, Mass Effect 2, brings some much-needed sci-fi drama to our best story games list. Though all 3 entries in the core saga are fantastic titles in their own right, Mass Effect 2 stands apart, offering both the best standalone experience and the most robust story arc of the 3. As you progress through the tale, you must make difficult choices, weighing up challenging moral dilemmas throughout BioWare's epic space opera. Commander Shepard has to save the galaxy from an ancient threat in this third-person RPG. No longer backed by the galactic government, they have turned to a dubious terrorist organization for funding and support. Throughout the game, you'll be gearing up for the Suicide Mission, a daring assault on the enemy's base of operations where the main characters, including your protagonist, can perish. To this end, you'll need to assemble a crew, upgrade your ship, and prepare for the fight of a lifetime. Your Shepard will forge new relationships, tackle new hardships, and possibly even fall in love. These games showcase the true power of storytelling in video games, immersing players in unforgettable worlds, deep character development, and complex narratives. Whether you're a fan of RPGs, action, or interactive dramas, these 10 titles are guaranteed to leave a lasting impact. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey through some of the best story-driven games out there. Whether you're a fan of intense action, emotional narratives, or mind-bending mysteries, these games offer unforgettable experiences every gamer should try. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and tap the bell to stay updated with our latest videos.